Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It is I. It is RC. Or if you're new here and you don't know me by RC, this is Rye, the Aces and Hawkeyes guy. That's self-explanatory. Love the Aces, love the Hawkeyes. So let's go. So in this particular video, guys, we're about to talk about the one and only Caitlin Clark. We're going to do something a little bit different on this video, though. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to test you guys. I'm going to ask you guys some stuff, but I'm going to explain some stuff, and then I'm going to give my opinion. And then, of course, in the comment section, you guys can let me know what you guys thought, what you guys think, or what's your viewer take on it. So here's the question. Does Caitlin Clark's game translate well to the pros? And I'm asking because we have the believers, we have the critics. We have those that say that she's pouty, that she wants to do it all of the time, that she's an offensive ball hog. I don't believe these things, but we have people that say these things. Then we have the ultimate believers in Caitlin's game who believe that she is going to excel nearly immediately at the next level. Where do you guys stand? I'm about to tell you guys my stance and some. Now, obviously, when you're talking about the professional level, there's not a lot of the players coming along instantly and taking their league by storm. Unless your name is Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, A'ja Wilson, or maybe like Elisa Leslie, there's no taking your league by storm. Now, there's been a lot of superstars that would come. There have been plenty that have come through the WNBA, through the NBA, the game of basketball itself. Now, if you ask me, is Caitlin going to have a successful rookie season? I'm going to tell you yes. I firmly believe so. And I think that as the season goes, her play is only going to accelerate more and more. She's going to excel. That's who she is. Let's establish that. If the coaches is going to give her a fair shake at the next level, she is going to succeed. Her skill set is just too great for her to not succeed, especially when you see similar talent along the likes of like Sabrina Ionescu. If she was able to make it, Caitlin Clark is definitely going to make it, because in my most humble opinion, Caitlin, she's already offensively better than Sabrina. And that's the argument that we can have. I mean, you can go back and forth. You can agree with me. Some people might agree with me. And then there's, of course, people that may not agree with me. But I feel like offensively, she's made for this. Defensively, Caitlin's going to have to, of course, put the work in. But I will say that she's a very capable defender. If you play with that ball, she's going to rip it and take it from you. Caitlin is capable of being a great defender, but she's still a young player that has so far to go. And so this is nothing but just conjecture, just thoughts that, just that we're discussing, and what we think is going to happen. And I just see her game translating, with more players taking a long shot than ever. Her range is bar none. It's excellent. Her range is pretty damn good. And that's me being, not going to say sarcastic, but that's me being, a bit playful. Caitlin is great from her range. She's underrated at the mid-range level. We'll see if she can get to the rim as well in the WNBA as she does in college. Of course, the physicality is going to take steps up. But like I say, she is a player who, with a multiple range ways of scoring the rock, it's going to bode well for her. Her ability to be that that three-dimensional scorer from inside, mid to the three-point line and further is going to work for her, especially if she has a coach that will be willing to allow her to play freely. She's obviously not going to get, more than likely, a coach like Lisa Bluter who says, here's the keys to the Benz. You just go ahead and drive it. you make sure you get it back without a scratch. She's probably not going to have that kind of coach, and that's how I see Lisa Bluder. She's probably going to have a coach that's a bit more hands-on, and so we'll see, because some critics, some naysayers say that she's not coachable. Again, I don't agree with that, but I do believe that she is constant progression. She's constantly evolving. She always sees her task, whatever's in front of her, and then she takes that, and she, for the most part, accomplishes every task, every challenge set out in front of her. Has she won it all? Has she won a national title? No. Unfortunately, that takes a whole collective team around you. Circumstances have not allowed for it, but I was one of the only believers that we would make it to the championship game. If you say that you thought that the Hawkeyes was going to make it to the national title game, I would tell you that you probably don't know what you're talking about, because I believe all the way. And it was almost surreal. But I say that to say, in order to accomplish the ultimate goal, we're not talking about taking out South Carolina, which was an amazing feat to defeat them, to knock them out of the unbeaten in a Final Four game like that. But to win it all, you got to have the ultimate team. So no matter where she goes, a lot of it is going to be predicated upon the strength of her teammates. So I don't know, guys, but I think that she is cut out for this journey whenever she takes it in the WNBA. And when I say I don't know, I just feel like, there's so many people that go back and forth, on great players in general. People always going back and forth on Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jordan, Candace Parker, and it's not going to stop with Caitlin Clark. So, I feel as though her game will translate. That's the biggest question. That's the question of them all. And I'm asking you guys in the comment sections, women's basketball fans, I was Hawkeyes fans, all you guys are like, do y'all think Caitlin's game is going to translate? And so the final question and second question, which I'm not going to take a long time on this one, this will be asked and summed up in shorter order. When do you guys think that Caitlin will be successful if you don't think that she's going to be immediately successful? Do you think that she's going to have growing pains? Do you guys think it's going to be year 2? What's a successful season? Again, it's early. We don't even know where she's going. We think that she's going to the Fever. We think that she's coming out, but we don't know. We're not anyone. Well, I'm not anyone with privy. I can't say the words. I'm not anyone with privy information amongst the insiders. I talk to people here and there. Everybody talks about their favorites, what they think they're going to do, what their stats going to be for this team or that team. But I just wonder, guys. If she does come out, probably best tailor-made for her to go to the Fever. And so I'm looking at a successful season for Caitlin would be like 17, 18, and 17 points or 18 points a game, and probably 5 or 6 assists a game. I think that will be around that target mark for her. And before I go, I wanted to tell you guys that her passing is truly underrated. That's going to be a big key in her transition to the next level, her ability to find players. And like I said, that stat line sounds about right. Obviously, it's not the norm. And I do think that stat line will go up. Again, I have no indication if any of these stats will ring true, but I think that her stats will dip a little bit just because, it is the WNBA, and, talent is already on most of these teams. Unless she goes to an expansion team, I just think that she's going to have to shed a rock more, which I don't see a problem with her doing. She's still going to have breakout performances that electrify crowds and her teammates, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to get like a 28, 27 points per game from Caitlin at the next level. Not to say it can't happen, but I just wouldn't bet on it. So, I'm looking at year 1. That's my answer. Year 1, gave you guys the stats that I would predict from her from offense. She's going to have to be honest on defense, play that side of the ball a little bit more than ever, because the coach is probably going to expect that. These WNBA coaches going to expect that from you. But they also know that she's a once-in-a-generational player, so there's that too. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's 2 questions for you guys. Feel free to answer. Like the video. Hit that thumbs up for me. So, yeah, it's fun, guys. It's always talking to you guys about women's basketball. I'm just a basketball nerd by nature. With that being said, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. There'll be more content coming, but I'm gone for now. Peace.